You are one creepy dude. Oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna break him. Hi everyone, welcome back to What's Sewing On. Today I'm doing a very special episode of Haul-O-Ween videos. I'm going to be making the Lydia Deetz cartoon costume based off of none other than Tim Burton's Beetlejuice. I love this movie. I watch it every year. I grew up with it. It's just a staple around this time of year and I absolutely love it. Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin, like come on. Oh, and I'm sorry, wait, Catherine O'Hara? Let's put her at the top of that list because amazing. This look is based off the Lydia Deetz from Winona Ryder in the 1988 version of the movie. But I am going to be doing the cartoon version Lydia Deetz, that classic red cape with the black spider webs. I have loved that cape ever since I was a kid. I'm so excited to do this costume. However, I want to make this costume super easy. I want anybody who can do it, even if they can't sew, if they aren't going to be sewing, if they don't have a sewing machine. I want you to be able to either glue it together, hand sew it together, or use the machine. So I'm going to make a super simple tutorial of just the red cape. It'll just be really easy and you can do it under probably an hour. Maybe not. So the other reason I wanted to do this costume was because whenever she says his name 3 times in the cartoon, she gets transported to the Neitherworld or the land of the dead and they go on adventures. So I thought it would be super fun to kind of transform my background into a more spooky Halloween background. So I'm gonna decorate this up and take you guys along with me to the Neitherworld. I hate this wig. I think I'm gonna go take it off because I'm not sewing in this. Oh, it's so itchy. That's better. The only things you're going to be needing for this project is your red bed sheet. You'll need a black felt or black bed sheet, your fabric scissors, you'll need some pins, chalk and a marker, and some fabric glue. So I'm really hoping this is gonna turn out good. So I'm gonna show you guys the fabric now and we're gonna start cutting. What you're going to want to do is take your bed sheet and fold it in half lengthwise. So basically if the top of your bed was here and your bottom of your bed was here, you're folding the top to match down to the bottom. So once you've done that and you've laid it flat, you're going to work on the side with the folded edge. You're going to want to find the exact center of it. So you can either fold it in half, mark it that way, you can measure it out with a measuring tape and find the center, but you need to mark your center line. Then what you're going to do is cut out your neck hole with that line directly in the middle. The easiest way to do this is to find a shirt that you already own, something that fits you really well. If you don't find one like that, just measure your head and make sure you cut a hole big enough to fit your head through, and that's all you have to do. I suggest to obviously cut a smaller hole at first and then make alterations from there rather than just cutting a real big hole and then you can't fix it after. Now that you've cut it out, you're going to want to try it on. Another thing I've decided I want to do is make the front a little bit shorter than the bottom. If you're looking for an exact measurement, all you need to do is take your measuring tape and measure from the base of your neck or where you want your collar to be and then down until the length you want. So I want mine around knee length. So basically what I've done at the nape of the neck in the middle of my collar, all the way down, which leaves about 8 inches for me to take off. Now I do want the front to be longer than the back, so I'm only going to be taking 8 inches off the front. I will be taking maybe about 3 inches off the back just so it's not as long, but I want it to be a bit of a difference. So now I've cut off the 8 inches here and 3 inches on the bottom. If you notice, I did make a chalk line all the way down where 8 inches was and 3 inches was, just in the middle portion here, because all of this fabric really doesn't matter because we're going to be making those bat spiderweb type wing things. So the only place I want to make sure I don't cut into was directly in the middle here. So now what I'm going to do is fold it in half so the front sides are together. So what I mean by that is to take this top side front and flip it over to match up with this top side. Okay, so here we have our collar, and that would be the center fold line. On this side is our cut edge where we took 8 inches of fabric off. And then this kind of seam straight down here would be the shoulder seam. All that over there is the back, so I don't need to worry about that right now. So basically what you want to do is make sure that your fabric is flat. On your collar on this side, you're going to be going about 1.5 inches into your collar, and you're going to make a straight line all the way down. Then you're going to go another 1.5 inches over, do a straight line all the way down. And then your shoulder seam, you can make a straight line all the way down if you want, but it's just that fold line, so you don't really have to worry about that. So these lines are going to represent the spider webs that are going in there. So then we can actually cut off some of this extra fabric when we connect them. So we have the front outline. I did leave about 1/2 inch, sometimes more, seam allowance technically, because I want to distress the bottoms of it. So I want to make sure when I distress it, I'm not taking away from the length. I'm just adding some kind of stuff. You'll see. And then over here, I left quite a bit of fabric, and I'm going to be doing that on the other side too. Again, that's for that finger slit thing that I'm going to be making. So now the front's done. You do the exact same thing to the other side. The great thing about this is if you want to make more swoops, you can make more swoops. If you want to make them bigger, longer, you can do whatever you want. Basically, as you saw, I just eyeballed what looked good, and I'm happy with this shape, so that's when I cut it out. If you're not happy with it, as you can see here, I wasn't happy with that line, so I made a new line. Just make sure whenever you are cutting, you know what lines you're cutting if you do make a mistake. But you can make this your own. Technically, Lydia's cape doesn't have these swoops. It's just a big triangle. So if you'd rather a big triangle, just do it that way. I just wanted to make something a little bit different, and I'm actually really excited with how this is going to turn out. Really happy with the way mine looks. So next step is you're going to be taking your felt. So I got this at the dollar store. You can also use a bed sheet if you'd like. This one was $2 and you get 16 feet of black felt. I actually bought this last year, so I'm pretty sure they still have it because I don't see why they wouldn't. And it's for Halloween. I'm going to be cutting about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch strips because I don't want them too thick. And then I'll be gluing them down. To finish the edges of the cape, it's completely up to you. If you want a more clean look, you can just roll your hem under and sew all that flat. I want to make mine more creepy and distressed looking. So what you do is you grab, where's Jack? You grab your seam ripper and you just lightly pick at the edges. Obviously, this method is going to take quite some time, but I really like the effect it has on the cape. So I'm gonna keep picking away at it. You can always put on your favorite spooky movie, maybe even watch Beetlejuice, and you should have it done in no time. Ew. Once you have your strips cut out, just line them up at the top, all the way down to the very peaks, making sure you're matching up all the edges and they're as straight as you can get. The fabric glue I'm using is this Fabric Fuse Quick Bond fabric adhesive. You can get these at any local craft stores, Walmarts, anything like that. They usually take about 6 to 8 hours to dry, so make sure you are giving yourself enough time to lay it overnight. And it's best if you lay it flat.
Beetlejuice!
It worked. This wig is definitely more 80s rock star than I was hoping for, but hey, it's Halloween and somebody needs to check the handbook of the recently deceased because this look has me dead. I love it. I was so worried. Oh my gosh, that first Lydia look, I was like, do I have to reshoot the whole thing? I can't believe I'm doing a no-sew look. This is gonna make it look even worse. Oh my gosh, why am I doing this? Why don't I just do something that I know is going to work out and look good? Or why didn't I just make a mock-up first? Because I don't do that and I don't know why. Apparently I like the stress in my life of not knowing if something's gonna turn out or not. But you know what? For a no-sew look, it took me maybe 3 hours. The longest part was definitely distressing it, and you can see eventually I just started like ripping it and shredding it. I think it made it look even better, especially going for the no-sew look, not doing anything with the collar, you know, not using my rotary cutter and actually doing it by hand, by scissors, and just gluing everything down. I would wear this to a Halloween party. I would wear this to work. I think it looks so cool for Halloween. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look. If you end up making your own Lydia Deetz cape based off this, please tag me on Instagram. Let me know down in the comments. I would love to see what you guys do, and I would love to see what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, and I hope you subscribe. This month I'm putting out new videos every Monday and Friday, so hit that notification bell so you know when they're out, and I will see you on Friday in my Hocus Pocus craft video. Wow. Oh my God, words. Your mother will kill you when she finds that you cut holes in her $300 sheets. I guess me too. More like $3 sheets. Oh God, that's not very great either. Oh, I think one of my wig hair is in my nose. Freaking thing is so itchy. It is. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna light myself on fire. I think I have it on backwards. Freaking squirrel. That's how much. Do I look really bad?
No, you look really good. Meow.
Oh God.